You just do the 3 to 5 things, what we're seeing is that you get the return on your investment almost immediately because there's so much low-hanging fruit.
Going into the programs you guys are offering, can you go into a little more depth on the 360 program that once we sign up for it and show up, how in depth does that go in like kind of analyzing the business and what we would take away to go back?
So it's a good question. So what's really important in business is that you anchor in, because business is a game of confidence, right? So what's important in business is the things that you're doing really well, you know that you're doing them well, and you have the confidence that you should continue to do exactly what you're doing. Then there's the things that you don't know that you're not doing well or doing at all. And now all of a sudden you find out there's 30 or 40 things that you need to be doing. But now the question is what sequence, what order, and who should be doing it. And so the one promise we always have at the 10X 360, and there's plenty of people that are in here that have been through that, is that in the first half of the first day, you're gonna be entirely overwhelmed. And we're gonna bring it home for you at the end of the second day, the 3 to 5 things that you must go home and do right now. But you're gonna be aware there's probably 30 or 40 things that need to get done. The issue is that you can't do all 30 or 40. You don't have the horsepower, you don't have the experience, you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the effort. So if you just do the 3 to 5 things, what we're seeing is that you get the return on your investment almost immediately because there's so much low-hanging fruit. But if you don't know what to go and do to get the cause and effect, then you just stumble around. And the whole point in the 360 is to bring so much awareness to you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, about all the elements necessary to really get big. The 3 to 5 things, in some cases, will grow your business 50%. When you came through the program, you were a $3 million business, you went through the 10X 360. How long did it take for you to get your money back from the 10X 360?
It probably took us about 60 days.
So what happens is you get your money back so fast and you start getting so much traction, your confidence goes through the roof, and then you hire us to engineer your business for the other 40 things. Because you recognize why waste. So business is about pulling time and money forward and getting money and time to benefit you and start working for you. So you've got employees, right? You want to get your employees working for you, but none of you have been trained. This is the magic with Grant Cardone, is that none of you have actually been trained that money is also your employee. You need to get it working for you. And so if you can pull money forward in time and then properly allocate the proceeds, then with time, money starts working for you. And it's a shift, and you have to know how to do it. You have to do it correctly. And so that's where net worth gets built from. And so most people are like, okay, I've got my money working for me now. I'm making a ton of money. Let's deploy it into having a proper engineered business plan. And then let's go through explosive growth. And so in a window of 2 years, you went from stuck at 3 million for years to what?
10
million.
We're gonna hit 12 this year.
And they're gonna do 12 this year. First of all, you don't really know how big the opportunity is in your marketplace. Your reference point for business owners is, I started and I made it to 1 million, and then I made it to 2 million, and then I made it to 3 million. But what happens if all of a sudden you realize in that exact market that you're in, the opportunity is actually 25 million, but you don't know that until we walk you through a process. And in Mark's case, they came in, they were doing $3 million or whatever. They had the wrong team, they were making the wrong kind of calls, they were doing the wrong kind of marketing. So they had to retool their organization. That was 2 years ago, and they were 3 million in revenue. And what are you gonna do in revenue this year? 140 million. So you see how fast things change when all of a sudden you get to, but they've been through every one of our programs. So the 360, you're getting an immediate return. If you do the 3 to 5 things, you go home and execute, you get an immediate return on it. But it's choreographing your business. So what I want to suggest to you is that if you're a business owner and you want your business to grow and succeed and become highly valuable, you're going to have to grow through people. If you're going to grow through people, you have to commit that you're going to be a learning and development organization. You cannot be a sound operating company if you're not a learning and development organization, because in order to be a sound operating company, you have to amplify and magnify whatever your brand is, whatever your promise is, whatever your promotes are, whatever your messaging is. You have to operationalize it, or you're a liar in business, and then you get in trouble. Well, the only way you can be assured that that's happening is if you're training your team members who are the representation for your organization. And the only way you can train people is to teach them how to train. For example, every single person we hire is on Cardone U, at lawyers, accountants, everyone, because everyone needs to understand and get in sync and build the algorithm. So when you find that one thing that you can do to blow your business up, you drop it into your business. Everyone has been taught how to train. So now all of a sudden, everyone trains on it and it sticks. Versus you come up with this great idea, you put it in your system and people are like, oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know how many phone calls. I don't know how to do it. And so then it doesn't work. So for the most part, it's you in the 360, you'll get an immediate return, but it's going to convert you. I just want to make sure you guys understand. It's going to convert you from being a business owner that owns your own business to an entrepreneur, recognizing that entrepreneurs think about the big picture and then put all the pieces in place in order for the business to evolve to what the potential is.
When you go into the program, you'll actually analyze the business that I have and not just say, well, every business is the same.
No, I'm not going to analyze your business in the program. You're going to analyze your business and recognize that you don't know what you're doing. I already know you don't know what you're doing. You're stuck at 98.2% of all businesses under 100 million are stuck at 3 million. I already know you don't know how to get to 8, 10, 12, 15, 20. I don't need to assess your business. You need to understand where your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats are, and then you need to choose to go become your 50 million. Right? No one does it for you. But right now you don't have the awareness, you don't have the understanding, you don't have the concept even, because everything you've done to date has been start from the bottom and push yourself up, and it seems hard and heavy and difficult. And really that resistance is just because it's hard building a business. But all of a sudden you replace those thoughts with, this is going to be easy. This is going to be great. We're going to formulate teams. We're going to incent people the right way. We're going to do what Natalie talks about. We're going to get people aligned with the business opportunity and let them pursue their goals through the business. And all of a sudden it's not about you anymore. And then you begin.